I'm Yolanda Chen. Today, I'm analyzing horizontal acceleration during a sprint start. Firstly, what to observe? The picture shows the transition from standing to sprinting with the propagate, which is the body lean forward and horizontal force. The goal of the skill is to increase horizontal acceleration. The decrease the stride length and the increase the stride rate is to decrease the risk of tibial stress fractures. The deterministic model. The acceleration can be calculated by Newton's second law of motion. Acceleration equals force divided by mass. Generating horizontal acceleration involves the body leaning forwards creating ground reaction force. The force generated by the impulse that propels forward, optimizing the hip extension and the hip angular velocity, minimizing radius of gyration, and coordinating knee flexion and ankle plantar flexion to ensure efficient propulsion. There are two quantitative analyses. The ankle plantar flexion is lever arms conserve angular momentum and celebrate the body at the foot, the ball of the foot. The flexion of the knee moves the mass of the leg closer to the hip axis of rotation, which reduces the moment inertia. There are two qualitative analyses. Center of gravity is maximum the celebration force by shift the center of gravity up and forward. Body lean forward by making the ball of the foot touching the ground to contribute a forward acceleration. Part 2, observing the performance. From the two pictures, we can say we observe from the sagittal plane. The participants is in black shirt. To understand the nose, we put on her shoulders, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, and ankle joint to look at alignment. The two 1-meter rulers leveled. Other information connected from one iPad, analyzed in Kinovia. Part 3, detecting force and weakness. The body lean forward interact with the center of gravity to generate the acceleration and continue moving in the intended direction. From the inner standing position picture imaging, you can see the center of gravity is typically located around the pelvis or slightly above the hip region. During the running, the center of gravity moves up and forwards in front of the support foot. Another quantitative analysis is ankle plantar flexion. It needs more positive joint power at push-off for rear ankle plantar flexion to improve start performance. We can see it deliver a large force at the ball of the foot. Resulting in linear acceleration and angular momentum conservation. The knee flexion. The great knee flexion allows for a high knee lift. Flexing knee reduces the moment of inertia by moving the leg mass closer to the hip axis of rotation. Reduced moment of inertia increases hip angular velocity, result in an increased stride rate and shortens stride length, a lower radius of gyration, which produces more efficient acceleration. This is the data analysis. Our participants' knee flexion degrees is 64.7. From the research, we can see the 70 to 90 degrees is ideal to balance excess flexions and generate power. So we need to improve our participants' degrees. Another reason is standing and knee flexion complete the movement need to against the gravity. So the better great knee flexion, the will get a better result. Another reason is most hamstring injuries result from hip flexion angles exceeding 70 near the end of sprinting legs swing phase. The ankle plantar flexion degrees is 94.8 for our participant. The research shows at different degrees, we can see the different contribution to the acceleration. So it proves the specific degrees depends on the individual capabilities or conditions. But the entire range of motion is the key, which means the ankle begins to flex, dorsiflexes, and the end flexes. It's more important to lean forward to produce a large amount of torque to propel the heel off the ground. And from the calculation, we get the acceleration is approximately 10 meters per second square meters, and the impulse of 14.4 kg meters per second over a time interval of 3 seconds with the mass of 48 kg. That's why is correcting the performance. One is improve the critical feature. Second, the gluteus maximus, adductor magnus, hamstrings, and knee extensors are critical for body acceleration and horizontal velocity during the sprinting. That's my presentation. Thank you.